Stop taking low probability setups and pay attention to the bigger picture. Bitcoin is sitting at one of the most important levels of this entire cycle. Low interest, low excitement, and low participation. And historically, that's exactly when Bitcoin goes nuts. We're sitting at the $60,000 support level, structure is compressing, and order blocks are forming. And today, I'm not just going to evaluate Bitcoin. There's a trade setup in Solana as well, and it's almost textbook perfect. But here's the twist. The move might start bearish at first. And if you don't understand that, you'll get caught on the wrong side. Let's go! So, in this video, I'm going to show you why low interest at 60K is actually bullish, the 80% probability scenario on Bitcoin on the 12-hour chart, and what the 4-hour consolidation is really preparing us for. Quick updates also on the Ethereum and AVN trade and the full Solana 3-hour setup that could be the cleanest trade right now. I'll also explain the exact setup that I'm waiting for and how I'm planning to trade that. And if you appreciate structured analysis like this, make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. It's real simple. All you have to do is check out the subscribe button in the description and click on it just like that, and you're subscribed. Also, do me a favor, press the like button. Let's see if we can get it up to 30 likes this time, because that's really helpful. And share this with one serious trader if you know such a person. And if you have a bias, let me know in the comments. Bullish or bearish? I'd love to know. Anyway, so before we get into the charts, let's talk about the macro, because this stuff isn't small anymore. Oh, look, it's my favorite bald guy. I love this guy because he's bolder than me. This guy makes me look like I have hair. Let's take a quick listen.
You know, Bitcoin is a better form of money than gold. It is provably scarce, just like gold, but it's more portable and divisible. So you can actually use it. Has higher utility, I would say. And it was the best performing asset of the last 10 years. And so for store of value, I think it's going to be important for governments to hold this over time. It might start with being 1% of their reserves, but I think over time it'll come to be equal to or greater than gold reserves.
Right, we get it, Brian. Thank you. And thank you for being so bald. Anyway, here's the thing. He just said that the U.S. government could eventually own $1 trillion in Bitcoin reserves. Let that sink in. That's not retail speculation. That is institutional scale. Now, at the same time, we got this guy. Right, the U.S. Treasury Secretary publicly said that we are going big in blockchain. This is not testing. This is not experimenting. Going big, and it doesn't stop there, because we have this. Elon Musk, 1.25 trillion AI company, XAI, is now hiring Bitcoin and cryptocurrency experts. AI, government, public companies, all converging into the cryptocurrency space. While people are scared at 60K, mainstream adoption continues to accelerate, right? This isn't hype anymore. This is integration. Now, let's get into the chart, shall we? Historically, when Bitcoin has pulled back into this where sentiment felt really weak, whenever people thought that the market was just boring or just bearish, that's exactly when price turned higher. Look at every low interest phase, every accumulation phase throughout the history here. And where are we right now? We're sitting at the $60,000 to $64,000 major support zone. This is not random, people. This is a key level which can turn into a higher low relative to these historical lows, right? Now, that's very important because this level was resistance previously, and it flipped to support. And now we are sitting during this time, we are retesting it during a period of low participation. That combination is powerful. Low interest, historical support is typically not bearish. It's fuel, essentially. Now, moving along, let's take a look at this 12-hour time frame, because earlier I showed you the first order block from around the February 6th time. Price never properly tapped it. And now we have a second fresh order block formed around February 12th to the 13th, around there. What does this tell us? It tells us that structure continues to hold. We are seeing bullish patterns forming, higher lows developing, and no strong bearish continuation. So look for this scenario. Now, here's the thesis, right? So pay attention. There's an 80% probability price corrects into one of these order blocks, or maybe both, and then expands higher. Only a 20% probability that price just breaks lower without rejecting any structure. That's why the bias continues to be bullish as long as these order blocks are maintained. Now, before I continue to the 4-hour time frame, I want you to know all my trades are tracked transparently on the Profits Precision platform. Every entry, every exit, every adjustment, and all updates are live in my Telegram channel. YouTube is for the details, but the Telegram channel is where the trade specifics occur. If you're not in there, all you have to do is scan that QR code or click the links in the description. All right, let's move along now to the Bitcoin 4-hour time frame. So we clearly see the consolidation after tapping the weekly bullish order block. Price bounced and now it's compressing. We talked about this higher low. Compression creates expansion. And what I'm waiting for is simple. A small correction into the 4-hour order block and then a small, the small origin area where this price action is actually occurring, where this leg is started here, right? So what we want to see is a tap, a reaction, then we want to see the continuation upward as this illustration suggests. Nothing aggressive, nothing emotional, just clean corrective move before the next push. Now, let's move along here because I have my Ethereum update, right? So we have the re-entry, quick Ethereum update. Price broke above the 2040 yellow line as expected. Price created liquidity above and now is pulling back. This pullback is good. It's coming back into the re-entry zone. As long as this structure holds, I'm looking for a continuation toward the liquidity that is sitting higher on this chart. It's still structured, and I'm still being patient. Now, let's go to the AVNT update, because as you know, this trade is now in play. Entry was confirmed, and now price is correcting slightly. The 1980 support zone is key. If that level holds, and we see bullish structure form, continuation to the first profit objective and second profit objective continues to be in play. Nothing changes unless the support breaks. Now, let's move on to the Solana trade because this is the new one on the radar, right? This is the cleanest setup right now. Look at the structure. We had a clean bearish order block above. Price initially failed to tap it and then created liquidity below. Then recently, price moved up, tapped into the bearish order block, it swiped the liquidity, and then printed a strong bearish reaction. That reaction matters. When price taps the supply zone and then it consumes liquidity and then prints a strong rejection candle, probability shifts. Not certainty, probability. And that's a key point right there. Right now, the most likely scenario is this. Small corrective move, a pullback into the bullish order block below, and then sweep both liquidity levels, right? Then potential reaction from demand. The high probability trade here is the trade where the corrective bearish leg into the bullish order block. That is what the key, what we want to see here, right? This is not a concrete forecast. This is what we're doing is we are adjusting to the structure. Liquidity is swiped, strong rejection, shift in momentum. This is clean trade logic. If structure invalidates, then we get out. If it respects it, then we stay in and we look for our profit objectives. Very simple. Now, guys, I want to update you on the trade challenge. As you guys know, I'm still running the public challenge, turning $10,000 into $100,000. It takes a while. There's no emotional trades here, right? No random entries, only structured setups. And all of these trades are taken on the WeX platform, right? And that's because they have great spreads, they have low fees, and that matters especially in this environment. And of course, everything is tracked on the Profits Precision platform. Every win, every loss, every break even, and we don't hide any trades. And as always, everything is tracked in the Telegram channel. So if you're not in there, I don't know what you're doing, people. You're missing out. Anyway, so let's do a quick recap. Now, Bitcoin is sitting at the major 60K support zone, right? We have low interest historically signals upside expansion, and we see a lot of that on here. On the 12-hour, structure favors an 80% bullish probability. 4-hour consolidation suggests an expansion soon, right? We have Ethereum, it's pulling into a re-entry area. We have AVNT, continues to hold support. And then we have the Solana, it just tapped supply and is shifting momentum. Structure is speaking, and structure right now isn't screaming fear, it is cultivating pressure. So people, I'm going to wrap this up here, so listen up. The market is compressing, right? And if you're not inside the Telegram channel, then you're going to miss out. As this thing plays out, you're going to miss the whole thing, because the Telegram channel is where I share the live entries, the real-time updates, and the challenge progress as it unfolds. So if you're serious about the markets and improving your own skills, join the Telegram. All the other links are in the description as well. You can see that here, right? All you have to do is scroll lower, and there it is. All right, people. So people, do me a favor. Stay calm, stay patient, follow the levels, and I will see you in the next one.